Now let's go into Hanukkah. Go deeper. Okay. Moshe Shapir talks about it, but many Bali Machshava talk about it. If you look at Al Hanisim, you'll notice a few curious things. A, it never mentions the Pach HaShemen and the Nes of the Shemen at all. It only talks about the war. It says that the war was won not by stronger versus weaker, but holier versus less holy. That's really what it's about. All of the contrast is like tzaddikim and rashayim. Oske v'sorsecha. All is spiritual battle.
There's also quantity.
And the Rabbim Yad Matim. But the Rabbim Yad Matim happened because the battle is against spiritually strong versus the anti-spiritual. Okay, that was the big battle. And never a mention of the Shemen. Why? Why is it not an Al Nisim? And especially we have to identify the very end of the Al Nisim Tefillah. By the way, for sure women are part of this Nes. It seems that women have to say Al Nisim every day, Hallel of Hanukkah. So the question is the end of Al Nisim. Okay, it says,
ואחר כן באו בניך דבר ביתך ופינו אתך לך וטיהרו את מקדשך והדליקו נרות בחצות קודשך וקבעו 8 ימי חנוכה אלו להודות להלל לשמך הגדול.
Elul Lahod. Okay, so it goes through. They came back to you. Thank you for downloading. They came back. They cleaned it up. They found the oil. They lit the menorah. They were kavu
8 ימי חנוכה.
Kedei, in order, what was the whole thing for? Why was coming back to the Mikdash? All of it was Lahodot Ulahalel. The entire effort, the war, to get rid of the Greeks, to be able to get the Beis Hamikdash back into our hands, to be able to clean it up, to be able to to start the Avodah again, to be able to light the menorah again, is all for one purpose. Why they go to war? In order that they should have the Beis Hamikdash, so that they can resume the Jewish avodah of Hoda'ah and Hallel. This is the key thing. The essence of Hanukkah is that we were able to once again go back to our pattern. To go back to our pattern of Hoda'ah. Now, what is Hoda'ah? And what is Hallel? And we're going to learn that we say Hallel on the privilege of giving Hoda'ah. That's why we say Hallel. We say we are giving Hallel on the fact that we can now give Hoda'ah properly. What is Hoda'ah? This is huge, and this answers a fundamental question that everyone asks all the time. Everybody asks, I do my mitzvahs, I learn my Torah, I daven, I have Emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, even though we just gave a couple of Emunah fasting classes, and not because I think it's going to buy me stuff, right? I do everything right, and what's the reciprocity? How do I know Hashem is listening to my tefillah? How do I know I'm getting anything back? Like in childhood, you get stuff. You literally get stuff. It's super clear. You do this, then the rain will fall. You don't do this, then the rain won't fall. Here, it's not clear. Like, we don't know. How do you point your finger to, like they did on the Yam, Zeh Keli Van Vehu? Where can you see that you are receiving something in return, that God is speaking back to you? And this question is answered through understanding Hoda'ah. Let's do a mashal. When we're in childhood, our mother says, or father, whoever says, you must eat healthy, you must get enough sleep, you must exercise, right? And if you do those things, I'll take you to the circus. So there's a circus, and then there's behaviors. And if I do my behaviors, I go to the circus. Okay. But why is the parent teaching the child to do all these things?
For the benefit.
Because why?
For love. It's love.
And what's the benefit of all these things? What's the benefit of eating healthy, getting exercise, and sleeping well?
Good life.
Long and good life.
You have a long, good life, hopefully. But even if you don't, chas v'shalom, have a long, good life, what happens every day? You feel good. You feel good. Your brain works. Your body has energy. You can get up and go. You can do what you want to do. You know, oh, I can't come because I'm sick again. I can't bend down and I can't do this and that. You feel good. That's the benefit. It's the benefit of the behavior is is the behavior itself. It's not going to the circus. When we're adults, we understand that the benefit of what we do is that we are who we are. That is the benefit. Okay, and when we are who we are so grateful that we are in a situation that we are who we are, that we can feel, just in our simple muscle, feel good and have energy and think straight and get things done. We're so grateful. Okay, Tanya just called me today from Sydney. She's like, I moved to Yerushalayim. She said, I can't even believe what I'm seeing over here. She said, she was commenting on, and I told her it's perfect for what we're learning. She said, she's talking about the modesty there. She said, I've never seen anything like this. It's literally insane. It's worse than anything I've ever seen. She said, see-through leggings, see-through tops. No, and now here, this is exactly where we get to Hodah. Okay?
Airport in America, it's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
this is where you get to Hodah. When we recognize that we live in a culture that has values, and we have standards, and we have chinuch, and that leads to the way we have families, and we educate our kids, and the way we all live together as a community, and it leads to having a Shabbos, and it leads to basically trusting people and not having rampant crime, and it leads to solid marriages most of the time, and it leads to people having self-dignity, and it leads to just being who we are, okay? It leads to being who we are. Now, Tanya was commenting on something that's strictly in the realm of
Should I let you in? Are you here for Esther Wein? Okay, I'm letting you in, 11th floor.
So Tanya was commenting on something that the Chazal actually talk about in relation to Chanukkah. There's taiva and there's kfira. There's like simple, just temptation, giving into your gratification. That's more like that area, it seems, okay? And we're just so grateful that our standards allow us to live in totally different sorts of lives and different communities and different, and just like the wholesomeness, not even when everything is not perfect, the wholesomeness of being in a world of higher standards, of respect for ourselves and for others, of chesed, of learning Torah, of using our lives productively, whatever is going on in our lives as we learn can be used for a reconnection between ourselves and between others and God. That's all in the area that she was addressing taiva. But there's another area which is referred to as, kfira, which means our ideology, what we believe in. Kfira, which is, there's taiva, which is just lust, and kfira is ideology that is contrary to Torah. Kofer means to really to deny and to what's a good
Distort.
To what? Distort, deny, heretical, Torah ideas. Real opposition to Torah ideas. Okay? Now, when we live in a world where we know who we are, hello. This is, hi, who's that? Hi, Malka. Nice to see you. Okay, we're just in the middle of learning. So when we live in a world, okay, that we know what our value system is, we know what our Torah teaches us, okay, and therefore we have the courage and we have the confidence to stand up in the face of all of this ideology coming at us, like today, crazy ideology that there's no, of course there's no absolute truth, is an old thing, but there's no genders, or there's all the mishigasim going on, okay, and what constitutes happiness and what constitutes well-lived life, so to speak, which is total anarchy. We have the confidence and the courage to live our lives the way we have them, and even though we have internal problems, of course, from the outside, our communities, our culture, our land of Eretz Yisrael, you're also fortunate from living here, and I'm so fortunate to be here. It's Gan Eden compared to what's going on out there. Literally Gan Eden, with all the issues inside. Not every situation is perfect, but just the fact that you're in a community, you look at our chesed organizations, our infrastructure, the support system, look at the whole culture of interdependency, of even the culture of Achdus, which is spreading, thank God, more and more and more. We live in a different universe. For that alone, we give Hodah. That's the Hodah. We fought the battle. We stood up for who we wanted, for who we are. All the ideas of childhood that we internalized. And we insisted, we will give our lives up to have a place that's ours, that reflects our values, that we can be here gratefully being who we are. The Hodah is in like this. It operates on many levels. In our minds, when a person learns Torah and they get to see the world the right way. And on top of that, let's say a person has a chiddush. They have an insight. Everybody has a piece of the Torah. Everybody has their portion of the Torah. Because they see it, and because based on who they are, they understand certain things. As long as it doesn't contradict anything else in the Torah, they have an insight. And that, they give Hodah, the feeling of the aha moment, that's your aha moment, where you understand, and where you are sort of your epiphany, and your particular chiddush or contribution of what this means and how this applies. That pleasure to give Hodah on learning Torah and being able to have your own insights and contribute your own particular ideas of Torah, that's, first of all, Hodah, just that you couldn't do Hodah if you didn't learn Torah to begin with. If we weren't in an environment that we could learn Torah and have chinuch, and everybody knows that in the Torah world, chinuch is such a priority that really, if we hear about a Torah school that doesn't take a child because they don't have money, that's the ultimate crime when we oppose it. This doesn't happen should never happen in a real Torah community.